Finishing session. Yeah, you are sure. Yes. Anyway, that's all.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How far? How far? Yes, well. Good. My name is Joanne Bessia. Joanne Bessia. Bessia. I have someone saying so well. Who is you? Bessia. So two things I demand. I am not asking demand so that you get the best. Okay, input and output. One, if you open eyes and ears, and then two is an open mind. Open eyes and ears to see and listen, but you know what? Sometimes we can see and listen and not focus. But I want you to have an open mind. So I'm seeing young faces. Very good. That means everyone here has used ChatGPT. So I'm not going to. Oh, did I hear no? Then that's where we are going to start. Okay? But most of us have used ChatGPT. But before I start, I want to tell you why I'm telling you this. I shall continue when there's silence now. Good. Is there a way to adjust this so that it doesn't make a sound? Maybe away from the. Yes. Okay, good. So why am I standing in front of you? Why am I standing in front of you? Because I have taken the extra step to know what needs to be done. Please let us have one mind. Okay, let's sit down. I will continue when we are all good. Please give him space to sit, if that's okay. Okay, good. My name is Joanne Messia. As I've stated, the reason I'm standing before you is very important that you know that. So everything that comes out of my mouth today is you believe and understand that I'm doing this on our behalf, and anyone who comes before me, as you can possibly perceive my age, I might not be affected by AI fully like the way you will. This is very important that you know. So I am the CEO and founder of Tech Mindset Africa. So Tech Mindset Africa is an institution that educates Africa in artificial intelligence from a non-technical perspective. We have offices in Kenya. We have also offices in Nigeria. And recently this year in Rwanda and board meeting in Ghana. Why is this important? This is important because your decisions from today matter. The decisions that you make today matter as a result of this class. Why? Because number one, I have been educated, let's say, by fairly the best in AI so that I could understand how we can build Africa with artificial intelligence. That is very important. But most of all, can we build it responsibly? So I also sit in the board of Global Council of Responsible AI. It is mandated to ensure AI is implemented responsibly across the world. These are very critical issues. So when I tell you that this is how you should use AI, please listen to me. I'm saying something because there is experience, but the most important why we are doing this is because you and I have the responsibility of building the future with AI. If you get out of this class and go and do other things, it's okay. We cannot control that. But please understand, from this 2026 moving behind, there is no employer, I can tell you for free, including us, there is no business, customer, there is no one who is going to hire you, work with you, listen to you if you don't understand the basics of artificial intelligence. Please, you will remember my words. I'm very clear, I believe. There is no employer, there is no business, there is no customer who is going to interact and engage with you without the basic knowledge of artificial intelligence. That said, this is not a coding class. If you expect us to build using codes or any technical work, this is not a class for you. I always say that very clearly. This is for the person who wants to survive. I mean, by surviving, I mean you want to work with people, you want to build a business, you want to be employed, you want to change meaningfully the future of your children. Okay? So this class is for everyone here who wants to build an AI. Now, from that perspective, are we good to start? Are we good to start now? Very good. I'm going to engage you one time or another, so please let us just have that engagement for the sake of learning. But all said, I will do all demonstrations here, and then at the end of the day, we will do a quiz, a 7-minute quiz. With the quiz, we will take the topmost of the person who has passed, and they will compete the last round to stand a chance to get an award on the fourth day. All right? So this is very easy, and I will start with artificial intelligence. So someone mentioned that they are not possibly have never used ChatGPT. That's okay, good. This is the class to know that. But I want you to understand the world of AI. Now, when you were brought up by your mother, by your father, by your siblings, whatever your background is, you were brought up by someone. That is why you're here. When you were growing into the world, your mind was zero, your vision was zero, your hearing was zero. But the people around you, the people who brought you up, taught you how to see around you. So, for example, you were told this is mama, this is still mama, whether they are sitting down, whether they are standing up, whether they are sleeping, whether they are shouting at you, it is still who? Mama. The guy is still the same. Whether they are wearing a hat, whether they are out to go to work and they come back, you are taught to recognize all these men who are coming to the house are not Dada. Dada is that one who you are trained to see. All right? You are trained to understand this is fire, this is water, this is cold. When you get near fire, what will happen to you? You will burn. So move away from it. When you get into water, if it is a lot, you will drown. And so on and so forth. That is why we are able to do what we're able to do. You were taught the language. English, Yoruba, Hausa, any language that you're speaking right now. It doesn't matter, French, Spanish, you are taught one way or another. You are taught from the alphabet. Now, this context, I want you to understand a machine, this machine you're looking at, simple, don't have to overthink. Machines have been trained like us to date. That is why we are talking about artificial intelligence. Let me give you context. Now, you've had machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on and so forth. When you hear machine learning, don't overthink. It is machines learning our world. Why is this important? It's important because the technologies that we have known have been secluded from us, have been secluded in this way. When you want to access a laptop, you have to take it from a bag and access it, put it on. When you want to access servers, you have to enter a server room. That means it has been separated. We take control of accessing it. When you want to access your books, you will access it from your bags. But artificial intelligence has been removed for that barrier. Artificial intelligence is within you and me. I don't know if you've watched the movies, that is where artificial intelligence is. So the reason we are having this class is so that we understand what it is, why it exists, the reason that it's going to play a big part in your future, and why you should care. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you how AI started from the 1950s. How many people have watched, how many people watch movies? If you don't raise your hand, I know you lie to me. How many people watch movies? Yes, I can see like this. It's okay. It is okay to watch movies. It's very important because it opens you to the world. When you have time, please look for this movie called The Enigma. You will understand the history of AI. Enigma. Please write it down. If you watch Netflix or any streaming movie channel, look for that. So this is what happened. I want you to appreciate AI. The father of AI is called Alan Turing. Alan Turing. So what Alan Turing did, number one, he made one of the earliest computers. But he was tasked because of the World War II. He was tasked to prove that machines can be intelligent. This is in the 1954s, in the 1950s. So how did he prove? He was put in a room like this, and there were two rooms that were put secretly. A machine that he built, and one person, one human being. And then the doors, the windows, everything was seated. And then there were 10 people who were seated. The way you seated, 10 people were seated in front. And they were asked, whatever output comes from this particular machine, so there was an output device. Whatever output, I want you to dictate if this output is from a human being or this output is from a machine. What we do that we will prove if machines can be intelligent or not. So what they did is the machine was asked, how are you? No, not the machine. The two rooms were communicated, so they were using what we used to call a fax machine. So they typed, how are you? The output that came at the same time and the same answer, I am fine. The machine returned, I am fine. The person returned, I am fine. And then they kept on asking questions. What is your name? And so on and so forth. At the end of the day, the 10 people who were asked to predict, they predict 8 out of 10, 80%. Can someone guess what they predicted 80%? Anyone? Yes, they did not predict human. They detected that 80% of answers that came from the machine were human. And that was the emergence of artificial intelligence. That is where research started. That is where now they say if a machine can be trained to answer simple questions, then it can be trained to see. It can be trained to listen. It can be trained to talk the way you do. And that is why you have applications like ChatGPT. When you train a machine in anything, which I'm going to show you shortly, that is called machine learning. Machine learning. It's a machine learning about the world. You can train the machine to look at the environment, understand this is a farm, understand this is a room, this is a computer, these are people. You can train, and I'm going to show you how that happens. You can train a machine how to see. That is called computer vision. When you train a machine to understand your face, my face is different from his face. This camera is different from this fan. My hair is different from the dog's. When you train a machine that it is called, you're training a machine to do what? To see. The way you are trained to see the environment. When you train a machine to speak and engage with you, to communicate, you're training a machine through what we call natural language processing. That is why you're able to text, and AI is able to convert that using intelligence to understand your world. Otherwise, then we cannot engage in AI. When you train a machine to think intelligently like your brain, I'm not talking about seeing the world, I'm not talking about walking, I'm not talking about basic understanding. I'm talking about training a machine deeply in a way that it's able to identify twins, identical twins in seconds. Our machines, AI machines have been trained like our brain. Let me give you an example. Did you know, for those who have done biology 101, did you know that we see in black and white? Do you know we see in black and white? It is our brain that translates that information to color. So machines have been trained to transform information intelligently into an output that is desired. We call that deep learning. A good example, when a bank uses deep learning in AI to identify things, what will happen is that the machine will be trained on an actual thief robbing a bank, how they look like when they are approaching the bank, their body temperature, the smallest part of sweat that they emulate, and so on and so forth. This is very important. And then they've also been trained in the actual act of stealing. So that when that camera sees anyone from anywhere in any of their branches, and they explain, or rather they expose any of the behaviors that the machine has been able to detect, what do you think the camera will do? It will give an alert to the bank manager, look at this person, and then they focus on you. That is the world of artificial intelligence. So this is what we're going to do. I want us to train two things. I'm going to take a pen. We're going to train a machine to know a pen, to differentiate between a pen and a phone. Let me do that right now. Basics. And then I'll tell you in what cases this can be used. Let's train a machine to differentiate two things. Why is this important? For example, if you have a project where you want AI to dictate healthy plants and plants with diseases, this is very easy to do. All right, so we are going to tell the machine what I'm going to. The machine does not know. It doesn't know what you're training. You have to tell it. In other things, this is called supervised learning. By telling a machine, by giving it labels so that it knows from you. So I'll call this a pen. And then for class 2, you can add as many classes as you want. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we are going to do the next other thing is that 4. Okay. Let us train the machine. So there are two options. I could open my camera or I could get from the internet. I go to Google Images and download the images I want to train the machine to do. For example, there are thousands of images of plants with diseases. Let's train the machine on the phone. All right. There, put the phone on the side, and you can get these images on internet. So if you want to train an AI machine on anything, that's good. So let us train the machine. You go here and train the model. So what we are training the machine is the difference between a pen and a phone. I want you to start thinking, what other use cases can you use? Think about what other use cases. What other use cases? Can you train, for example, if you want to take attendance? Isn't it? If you want to take attendance, what do you train the machine and to do? To recognize faces. So, for example, it will take my face when I'm facing like this, when I'm facing, even when I'm at the back, and then it will label me as Joanne Bessia, and you and everyone. So that when you walk in class, you don't have to keep on feeling. Your camera has been trained. When you walk in, even if the camera is seeing you from the back, it knows who has attended class. You. Okay? Okay, good. So let us test our model. So if you can see, the machine has recognized the liquid. Can you see that? As the machine recognized that this is a pen. As the machine recognized this is a pen. As the machine recognized this is a pen. I want you to see this. This is pen, this is phone. When it goes to the end, what is the percentage? 100%. We have trained the machine to identify that as a as a pen. So give it on any phone. It doesn't even have to be this one. Give me any phone. As the machine recognized that is a phone. Did I use a different phone or the same phone? A different phone. So what I've done, I have taught AI the difference between a pen and a phone. Okay? Use cases are indicated. I'm going to give you real life use of this. I have a relative who is disabled, not able to move, not able to speak. The only thing they can use is their eyes and their fingers. So using teachable machine, we did a project and they are able to communicate. I want to go to the toilet by just having a body movement. When that camera is put next to him, when that camera looks or rather identifies a body pattern, it sends a message to whoever is in the house. This person wants to go to the toilet, or they are hungry, or they want to go outside and get. It has completely transformed communication. So as you go ahead and try out different things, please write this down. Teachable machine. Go and try out any experiment you want. Train 2 different things. As a matter of fact, go beyond. Train 3, train 4, train 5. Think about a project that will benefit from AI. Okay? So that is only one. Okay? So let's go now next to how do you train a machine the best way possible so that it can give you the greatest output. Now, today, if you do not understand anything, I pray that you understand this, and this is what we are going to do. I can see that in the afternoon is very heavy. Could we please stand? Please. Let us stand a little bit. This is important for your future. Very important. Please, let us stand. Each one of us, even the ones lying down, please, let us stand. Please. Thank you. Let us stand. I want you to stretch your hands and ensure the person next to you does not reach you. Stretch your hands. I want you to stretch your hands, and we are going to spell a word in Yoruba. We are going to spell a word in Yoruba. What do you say thank you? Osha. Osha. So that is ESEUN. Esio. Good. So I want them to spell wait till it happens. You understand? People will stand until you stand. People will stand, and if I see you sitting, people will stand because of you now. We have to be alert. I want you to use your hands and spell a shell. Yes, be creative as possible. So let us start with the letter E. You can use your waist, you can use your hand. Start E. Let us do this better. Turn around. Please turn around. Look at the person behind you, except you, Sarah. Except you. Please turn around. Without looking at me, turn around, please. I beg you, I beg. And stand the person who is not standing. Yes. Okay, let us use our waist and spell ensure. And let us start with the one E. Let us do E. 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 E down right. And then the center right. Facial, hey, fire. X like a snake. Go. 1, 2, 3, go. S. Ah, no, the boy is in blue. The boy is in blue. We are going to stop until you start. First one S. Yeah. No, you're looking clever. Let us spell E. Michelle. E. Let us use our hands, please. E. Let us spell E. B. I can see you're clever now. You're using your fingers. U. Let us spell U. U. The person who spells with their body gets a gift. U. The gentleman is brown. You have a gift from me. You. Let us spell you. You. N. That is not N. That is O. N. Okay, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. I hope you're holding. Okay. Please let us settle. Please let us settle. The gentleman at the back. Gentleman at the back. Thank you. Michelle. Michelle. Yes. Michelle. Thank you very much. If you forget everything about this class, please remember this. Write it down, whatever you have to do. I'm going to teach you how to speak to AI. Remember when I told you AI is going to be amongst us? Did I say that? So we better start understanding how to speak to AI, whether you're using ChatGPT, whether you're using Gemini or Cloudy. I want you to write this down. CRAFT, craft. CRAFT, craft. 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 What do I mean? When you go to rector's office, and you stand there, when you enter rector's office and you stand there, what is he going to ask you? What you want, isn't it? When you enter someone's house and you stand there, they will ask you the same way before you start using AI. They're directly asking you, what do you want? They are getting ready to communicate. What are you telling them? So if you just go and say, build for me a PowerPoint presentation, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to build for you a PowerPoint presentation, but it's not going to go out of its way to build for you a meaningful PowerPoint presentation. Let me help you understand further. Those who know ChatGPT, and I'm saying this because I have been part of the focus group of training ChatGPT for Africa. You can check that online when you have time. One of the things that ChatGPT has been trained on is anything and everything on the internet. been uploaded on ChatGPT, including the data that has been there 1 hour ago. That means every hour they upload and train ChatGPT with the data that is online. What do I mean? What I mean is from the time computer started saying hello, ChatGPT has that information. If there were people communicating or doing translation in English, in any other language, ChatGPT has it. If you are sending an email and it's online, ChatGPT has it. If you are registering on something, an application, please note, ChatGPT has it. ChatGPT has the license to collect one data. And any other AI has to get that license and those rights. So that is why other models are built on other things. A very good example, Gemini. Gemini has been trained on Google data. When you started Google, from the time you started Google, searching, you're Googling, you're doing ABCD, Gemini has been trained to understand that data in AI, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is to understand, because when you tell ChatGPT to give you a proposal, it's going to get those billions of data and get something that is close to what you want. Do you understand? But if you want the proposal that is meaningful to you, that is where we employ craft. So when you go in front of ChatGPT, the first thing you're supposed to do is to give it context. The C stands for context. If you wrote craft, please know this. Context, give it history. Good afternoon, sir. The reason I'm here is because I want to write a research for English. The reason I want to do a research for English because it's my requirement for my class, and you're giving context. That is where you start. Beginning. And then the next thing is you should do the R. R stands for role. Give it a role. When you're employing someone, for example, for those who are in business or people who have seen other business people, you want to get the person who is the best in the role, the best in it. So, for example, if you're doing research, don't go just and say, do for me research. Tell it the context. I am doing a research in English. You are my best researcher in Nigeria, in the world, in Kenya. You are my best researcher in English. Remember, you're doing research in English. Be a specific, give it a role. Otherwise, it will not filter the billions of data that it has. It will give you research for anything. It will give you research for animals. It will give you research for anything that is anything but English that you want. So what have you done? You've given it content. And then the second thing you gave it role. So the third thing, what is the third letter? A. Give it action. Now tell it what you want. Tell AI, I want to do a research in English. You are the best researcher in Nigeria. So I want you to create for me or research for me everything you know about English. Now you're giving it content, you're giving it a role, and now you're telling it to go and do what you want it to do. Are we clear? And then the next thing is F, format. Format. I'm teaching you how to engage with AI. So that you, from today, because you attended this class, you do not engage with ChatGPT the way you are before this class. Okay? So format means tell it the kind of format you want. Yes. So for example, if your format, I'm going to open a ChatGPT with that format. For example, a format of a research paper, what do you start with? You start with a table of contents, a title page. What do you start with? What's your format? Title. You start with title and then abstract, abstract, and abstract, isn't it? So tell your AI Well, please go ahead and create for me a research in English, and this is the format that you should take. Start with the title. The title should have my name of school, give it all the details. Once you're there, then lastly, you give it the last command. Who will guess what it stands for? Anyone? Sorry? Someone has said teach, good trial. It's text, okay? Good trial, but we are not yet there. Sorry? Text. No. It starts with TA. TA. Press for this. Sorry? Not yet there. So not so. Remember, we have told AI all these things. Now it's the last thing. Task. Task is when we told it action. So there's something else. Going once, going twice, gone. Who is that document for? Is it for your lecturer? Is it for yourself? Reason, remember, AIs have been trained with billions of data. You want it to create itself in a way, the data that is only important to you is what comes out. I want you to be very clear. So when you tell it target, this document, the output is for my research lecturer, my research teacher, my class presentation. It now makes itself ready to produce a document that is relevant. Use case. Let me give you a use case right now. Use case is, for example, when you go for an interview. When you go for an interview and you want to be ready for the interview, I'm saying this because I believe it is relevant. The first thing you want to build with AI is a clone of the people who are going to interview you. I hope I'm clear. So, for example, if TOPS wants to hire a research scientist, I want us to use the craft method and build an AI that is going to act as TOPS to interview you. Where do we start? Where do we start? Context. Okay? So you will tell AI that we are looking, I am going to attend. Now you're doing it as the person who's going to attend the interview. I am going to attend an interview of a research scientist at TOPS. Right? Tell me, you are my, what role do we give? You are my designer because it is building an AI that is going to help you with the interview. So who are you? What role are you going to give the AI? You are my the best designer. I heard the word designer, yes. You're my best application builder. You're my best chatbot, whatever you're going to use. Okay, so you've given it role. The next thing, what are you going to tell it? You're going to action it, isn't it? So build for me an application that is going to act as top directors that are going to interview me. Let me show you that in context. Okay? So you've given it action. Let me show you that in context now. I'm going to go to an app builder, for example. Okay? It's called GenSpark. And I'm going to create a custom AI that is going to help me to create an interview chatbot agent so that it helps me prepare for the interview. So I've already told it action. So what format do we want it in? For our chat builders, what format? Do we want it in form of text? Do we want it in form of animation? Do we want it in form of an application? Anyone? Anyone give me that format? Anyone give me that format? Application or chatbot? Okay. So let's create new. I'm going to create an application, okay? Right now. I will be attending an interview at TOPS, at Tibet in Turkey, Nigeria. You are my, yes, let's give it an, what is it called? About my best application designer in building, we said about, in building chatbots. Help me, now you're giving it action. Help me build a bot, an agent bot that will help prepare me for the interview in the position of research scientist at TOPS. What's the next one? F, format. The format should be an interview format which includes questions by the employer and suggested answer that I can input, and following that answer should give me feedback on how to improve or move to the next question. What is the next after format? Sorry, target. So this agent will be used by who? Who will use this? Students who have finished what? School? Institution? What do I put? Institution. So that they can prepare for such lucrative opportunity. That's it. I have used you have seen I've used the craft method, isn't it? So let us let it build. That is it. I hope you can see what it's doing. As it is doing that, I want us to look at other ways. So, for example, ChatGPT. I use the craft method. This is one of the small businesses people who sells me. We showed her how to build strong prompts to help her in her business. So this is just one of them. If I click print, it's going to generate, no problem. But I want to show you the power of AI today to get you ready for the market. Very simple. I want you to take your mobile phone. If you have a camera, please, this is a live exercise. I want you to take your mobile phone right now. If you have a mobile phone with a camera, I'm asking you to take your mobile phones right now. Take a selfie. Take a selfie. I'll show you what you need to do with that. Take a selfie. I know you do this every day. Huh? So please take a selfie. Take a selfie. So this is what we're going to do. For data privacy, we are going to create someone. I need a volunteer. I need a volunteer now. Anyone. You're not even going to speak. Come, my dear. You're not even going to do anything complex. Yes. See that beautiful smile. That is the one I want. Come. We are going to transform her to a ready employee young lady outside there. Let's clap for her now. She wants to become a journalist when she's done with school. That we are going to transform her into a journalist. All right, I need your attention. Remember, I asked you to take selfies. So I took a selfie on her behalf. All right. Okay. Are you? Can you hear me? Can you see the screen? No. Okay. Wait. 1 minute. I'm doing this because of data privacy. Screen now. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Very good. Can you see that prompt? Have I used craft? Have I used craft method? Have I used craft method? Very good. So can we transform her into the journalist she needs to become? Sorry? Someone said something? Okay. So when you go out from today, you should not have an excuse that you don't have a suit, or you don't have makeup, or you do not have equipment. You can build who you want to become within that. Okay? Okay, as a build, let's say if our agent is ready. We have built a what? A research scientist interview coach. Can we test it? Okay, let us test it. Let's see on this. Good. All right. Ask anything. Ask anything. Give me a question. Give me a question. Why do you think you're the perfect fit? How do you answer? So it is telling you how to answer such questions. Have you seen that? The interviewer wants to understand your self-awareness, how well you research the position, and what you need value. Okay? So we have created a box ready to train you how to interview. Now let's go back and create and see the professional photos we still will use. Okay. Let us ask another question. Just a very give me the questions. Give me the questions that I with probably ask when I oh this one is asking me to agree with that. So we translate this. Let me change it. Oh, it's a little bit stupid. So I want her to go around and show you. I think he's transformed himself into a journalist using the prompts that we just shared. Please just first let's applaud the please stand. Just show them that. Just show them that. Yeah, I think my network is a little bit bad. But I want to approach it. If you're able to do it in your own application, please show it around. Ah. Please let us appreciate that. Please let us appreciate that. Please let us be together. Okay, I want us to be please at the same page. Did she have any camera equipment? Did she have any camera equipment? No. Did she have any microphone? What does she want to become? How many minutes did we take to transform her to her future? 1 minute. What of it? Because of network, 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Let us have one corner. Let us have one corner. One corner. One corner. Please. The gentleman in brown and our journalists. One corner. Okay? So what we've been able to do, we have built a chatbot that can train us in doing an interview, and we have transformed ourselves. What are the other applications? Other applications are, I want you to know this, if you want to make a presentation in 1 minute, you can do that. For example, how to become a journalist. I'm going to make it on site. I'm going to stop. Again, this is AI doing something very simple as a presentation. You don't need to spend days and months preparing presentations for your work. If you want to practice on this, just go to gamma.app. Gamma.app. GAMMA dot app. APP. Okay? Isn't AI beautiful? Isn't AI beautiful? You can do anything you want in the world. If you go out there and you work for an organization, they want you to say their time. These are the things you should know. Okay? And you can transform this to PowerPoint. You just download as a PowerPoint, as a PDF, as a Word document, and you can also present it in Gamma. That is all. We took 1 minute, we created a presentation, and we are done. That is the world of AI. So as it builds, I want us to look at the 4 commandments of AI. So this is laying the foundation, what you need to do as a journalist. The essential toolkit, be assertive and intentional, gaining practical experience, building your portfolio. We started building a portfolio through our portal. Don't play the victim card. Navigating the Nigerian media landscape, the power of networking. We built this in how many minutes? 1 minute. Only 1 minute. The future in Nigerian journalism. Be ready to shine. And that is it. Alright? So as we wind up, I want us to look at the 4 rules only of the 4 rules of using AI safely. Anyway, the 4 rules of using. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Please write this down. When you're using or building with AI, rule number 1. Get permission. Seek consent. Seek consent. Permission. Seek permission before you build with AI. So, for example, if you're building AI to help you study in talk, you have to seek permission from your authorities. Otherwise, then you're putting the talks in trouble with data protection officers and so on and so forth. Number 2. Rule number 2. Be not biased. Unbias yourself. What do I mean? When you're building such a PowerPoint, for example, were you inclusive? How about people who cannot see? How are you going to help them? Find a solution that even if you can build something that can create a PowerPoint, it is inclusive of people, for example, with disability. That means it can have what? Voice to generate the presentation. Thirdly, number 3. Number 2, you want me to repeat number 2? Yes. Number 1 is seek what? Permission. Number 2 is be not biased. If you're talking about black people, please include some Latino, okay? Include some white people. And then third is document your process. Document your. So when you're building AI, take a screenshot of the prompts. Are we all on the same page? Document your process. Take a screenshot of everything you're doing so that when your lecturer or someone who is in authority asks you, show them how you generated your application. And then lastly, what do you do? Lastly, this is going to come in the test. Lastly, test with real people. Test with real people. Test with your friends, test with your classmates, test with the people around you. Let them see if your AI is working. You remember we built an interview coach. Did you build an interview coach? Test it with your friends. Let your friend test it. Okay? So what are the 4 rules of using AI? Find permission. Avoid bias. Signal bias. Document your process. Document your. And then lastly, test it. And how do you talk to AI as we close? You use what? Prompt. What does prompt stand for? Check the first one. Context, role, action, forward. Who said you cannot build with AI now? Please clap for yourself. We not use ChatGPT the same of them. Okay? So lastly, we are going to enter into a quiz. 7-minute quiz. 7 minutes only. I'm going to open the quiz and then after 7 minutes you close it. If you have a phone with a camera, you should be able to scan that and do the quiz. Scan it and do the quiz. There are ladies going around who are going to help you. There are ladies going around helping you. If you have to scan here, please scan here and do the quiz. You can come close if you have to. Okay, I'm assuming everyone has been able to get it. 1 more minute and then we give 7 minutes. 1 more minute of scanning. 1 more minute of scanning. 1 more minute. Okay, 2 people have finished. 2 people have finished.